Hey, what's going on? This L203 Ghetto Reactions, and I'm back with another reaction video. Like, comment, subscribe, hit me on my Instagram, my L203 Ghetto Reactions. Everything else going to be in the description. I want to thank my subscribers for sticking by me while I'm in the transition of moving into my studio, getting my studio together. I haven't been doing videos lately. I've been concentrating on that, but I found a way to slide a couple of videos in my day as I'm trying to get my studio up and running. I want to thank y'all again for supporting me and sticking by me. So we're gonna get into my first video in a minute. I say in almost 2 to 3 weeks. So this one is a XXX. Now, I didn't know too much about this rapper, and actually I'm learning about him, and I'm learning about him with you. So we're gonna go all the way to the beginning. I know I'm late on this, but I'm gonna learn about him together. We're gonna learn about him together, because I don't think I don't know, but it's a sad story. So let's get into it from the beginning, from like when it first happened, from the first news, time it hit the news. Cause I'm lost on this one, people, and I'm not afraid to lie about that. I'm just like hearing about this. So I've been so busy trying to get my studio up. So let's get into the story. Let's get into what happened.
Murder of a 20-year-old rapper in Broward County. It appears two men were trying to rob him. CBS 4's Oralia Ortega is working this story live in Deerfield Beach. Oralia.
Rutabe, this is something that has really stunned fans of xxxtentacion, a rising star here in South Florida. Fans began to gather here right after learning about the shooting that claimed his life. They just held a moment of silence, but they've been here listening to his music, praying, and lighting candles in his memory. A growing memorial for rapper xxxtentacion outside the Deerfield Beach motorcycle dealership where he was gunned down in broad daylight. The 20-year-old rapper from Plantation, whose real name was Jose Onfroy, was leaving Riva Motorsport when he was shot.
Just before 4, as the male left the premises, he was approached by two armed suspects. At least one of the suspects fired the weapon in what at this point appears to be an apparent robbery.
According to the Broward Sheriff's Office, the suspects fled in a dark-colored SUV. Chopper 4 was over the scene off North Dix.
Each one of them is the most dumbest criminals I've ever seen in my life. They really are. And as you listen to the story more and more, you'll understand why I'm saying they got to be the most dumbest criminals in my book. This dumb.
Highway and Northeast 36th Street. As the investigation unfolded, the popular rapper was rushed to Broward Health North, where he was pronounced dead.
All I heard was one gunshot, like pow, and then I just seen everybody crowding around the car and stuff.
And I saw the police cars and the helicopter. It's pretty crazy.
As his fans got word of the shooting, they started showing up at the scene.
I think his diversity as an artist was unreal.
I was really shocked. I couldn't believe it. I had to come to see for myself.
X, as he was known to fans, had several run-ins with the law.
That's
in 2016,
sad, man.
He was arrested on charges, including home invasion for a 2015 incident, and less than a month later was arrested on charges that he attacked his pregnant girlfriend. He posted this on Instagram, although when this was recorded is unclear.
If I'm going to die or ever be a sacrifice, I want to make sure that my life made at least 5 million kids happy.
NBSO does not have a suspect description. If you have any information that could help them out, contact Broward Crime Stoppers.
See, right here, they thought they got away. They thought they was
good
listening to this right here.
CBS 4 News tonight.
They thought they was good.
Thousands of dollars per day online using
they don't got no description, nothing. They thought they was good. I guess that's why they figured that they can
and that's Facebook. And now the cool thing about Facebook,
short my dude his money. But
Any
Details tonight about a popular rapper killed in a suspected robbery. And tonight his grandmother is talking about her loss and music's loss of a talent she describes as legendary. CBS 4's Joe Murray is live tonight in Deerfield Beach, where a vigil is expected to begin shortly. Joe.
Yeah, Ruben Bay, I spoke with that grandmother at their Parkland home where the family is deeply grieving. And take a look behind me. You can see that the crowd is swelling here outside Riva Motorsports, where this 20-year-old rapper was killed yesterday. They say this is a tribute tonight to that man who died way too young.
It's sad, man. He's just a kid. No matter what the situation was, nobody deserves to die.
As tributes pour in for slain South Florida rapper xxxtentacion, the mystery over his violent death is deepening. X to his fans, whose real name was Jose Onfroy, was gunned down Monday afternoon, just as he left a Deerfield Beach motorsports store. Witnesses say the suspect stole a Louis Vuitton bag and fled in a dark SUV.
Back all units, the black Dodge Journey, black wheels with the black male with the purple hoodie, and the second subject had a red mask on.
All you gotta do is believe in yourself, bro.
The singer, who skyrocketed to the top of the music charts in recent months, connected with listeners like Cassandra Pierre, who said she met X while working at a department store.
He only tried to spread love and positivity, and although he had a lot of bad rep, the guy was really trying to change the world through his music, and what happened to him wasn't fair.
Despite his success, X had a troubled past that included arrests for home invasion and domestic violence against his pregnant girlfriend.
I'd like to talk about love, and it's always on my mind. I've really stopped looking for someone, unfortunately, because currently where my mind is, it's just like, I don't want to say I've given up, but I've just seen everybody make me promises and make me promises on promises.
But fans say he was turning his life around. This weekend, X was organizing a charity event.
Sophomore year, I think X kind of saved my life because I was in this depression when it was this whole thing with, I don't want to get into it, but I was in this depression and nothing was really helping me and I was going down a bad road.
The staff at Riva Motorsports, the last people to see the 20-year-old alive, tweeted, "We are deeply saddened by the loss of our friend Jose. We considered him part of the Riva family, and he will be deeply missed." And the gates are closed. Riva has closed early to allow their workers to participate in this vigil, which is going to include tributes and music. We'll have more on that coming up at 6 o'clock in Deerfield Beach.
Sad, man. Sad story. Sad, man. Very, 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 very sad. But I want to know more. So you're going to learn more with me as much as I could. Okay, these are the guys that was, okay, let's hear about what happened to the guys that did this. The four idiots, the four dumbest criminals of them all, the four that should get every ounce of time they get. They should get it.
Rapper xxxtentacion. The verdict is about to be read in a Fort Lauderdale courtroom. Let's listen in live now.
I'm going so backwards with this, but oh, there they go. Three idiots. The fourth one already. The reason why you don't see the fourth one there, because the fourth one already pleaded out. I don't know where he pleaded out to, but I'm gonna find out. But these are the three idiots for not $50K. Come on, man.
In the Circuit Court of the 17th Judicial Circuit in Fort Broward County, Florida, the state of Florida versus Dietrich Williams, verdict count 1. We, the jury, find as follows as to the defendant, Dietrich Williams, in this case. The defendant is guilty of murder in the first degree as charged in the indictment.
Stand up, get them cuffs on you, bro. There you go.
We, the jury, find as follows as to the defendant, Dietrich Williams, in this case. The defendant is guilty of armed robbery as charged in the indictment.
Right.
Count 1. We, the jury, find as follows as to the defendant, Michael Boatwright, in this case. The defendant is guilty of murder in the first degree as charged in the indictment. During the course of the crime committed, did the defendant, Michael Boatwright, actually possess a firearm? Yes. During the course of the crime committed, did the defendant, Michael Boatwright, actually discharge a firearm? Yes. During the course of the crime committed, did the defendant, Michael Boatwright, actually inflict death to Jose Onfroy as a result of discharging a firearm in his possession? Yes. Count 2. We, the jury, find as follows as to the defendant, Michael Boatwright, in this case. The defendant is guilty of armed robbery as charged in the indictment. During the course of the crime committed, did the defendant, Michael Boatwright, actually possess a firearm? Yes. During the course of the crime committed, did the defendant, Michael Boatwright, actually discharge a firearm? Yes. During the course of the crime committed, did the defendant, Michael Boatwright, actually inflict death to Jose Onfroy as a result of discharging a firearm in his possession? Yes.
Get him.
Verdict, count 1. We, the jury, find as follows as to the defendant, Trayvon Newsom, in this case. The defendant is guilty of murder in the first degree as charged in the indictment. During the course of the crime committed, did the defendant, Trayvon Newsom, actually possess a firearm? Yes. Count 2. We, the jury, find as follows.
And y'all thought that was smart. And y'all thought dumbasses thought that was smart to do that mid-afternoon. Mid-afternoon, and still after getting all the stuff from him, you still shot him unnecessarily. Disgusting dummies.
The defendant is guilty of armed robbery as charged in the indictment. During the course of the crime committed, did the defendant, Trayvon Newsom, actually possess a firearm? Yes. So say we all, this 20th day of March, 2023, at Fort Lauderdale, Broward County, Florida, signed by the foreperson. You decide which the jurors polled.
Yes, Judge. Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Madam Clerk, you'll poll the jury.
Yes.
Juror 1, are these your verdicts?
Yes.
Juror 5, are these your verdicts?
Yes.
Juror 8, are these your verdicts?
Well, how do she
Juror
got
10,
her here? Did she know she gonna end up on TV?
Juror 12, are these your verdicts?
Yes.
Juror 3, are these your verdicts?
Yes.
Juror 4, are these your verdicts?
That hairstyle like a
Juror
hurry up, get
7, are these
Uber
your
outside
verdicts?
type shit.
Juror 6, are these your verdicts?
Yes.
Juror 9, are these your verdicts?
Yes.
Juror 2, are these your verdicts?
Yes.
And juror 11, are these your verdicts?
Yes.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for your time and consideration of this case. I also wish to advise you of some very special privileges.
And you just heard right there, all 3 suspects have been found guilty in the murder of xxxtentacion, a South Florida rapper. All 3 of those men pretty stone-faced as those verdicts were read after more than 1 week of deliberations. Lots of questions from the jury. Many times they've gone back asking for testimony to be...
That's crazy. What other faces they gonna have? What other faces they gonna have? Sad story. Sad story, but all of them was found guilty. One took a plea, and the one that took the plea was the one that got the short end of the stick when they stole the money, when they split the money up. He didn't get the full amount, so he copped out early and then told him everything else. That's normally how it goes when you want to play that type of game. L203, like, comment, subscribe, hit me on